So now, this is the fabric we are going to use to cut out our sides, the lower part of our upper bodies. Okay, this is the front, and now this is the back. So now we have cut out the yoke already. So now we are going to cut out. Then remember, by the side, we did not add seam allowance. So while cutting out the side, we're going to add 3 inches seam allowance. Okay. So now I'm going to cut. So what next I will do, I went ahead and folded the fabric into 2 like so, taking note of the closed edge. So I'll go ahead and place the center front, okay, like so, against the folded fabric. So what next I will do, I will go ahead and add 1/2 inch seam allowance, just 1/2 inch seam allowance at the neckline area. So this will serve as a joining allowance to the net. There's going to be a net fabric right there at the neckline area, okay? So what next I did was to cut it out. So I'll go ahead and notch the bust point like so, and also notch the under bust. So this will serve a whole lot during stitching, to guide you during stitching, especially if you are a beginner in the house. It's always good to notch bust point and under bust here. So right now I went ahead and folded the fabric again into 2 like so, the way you see me doing it. So I'm going to use this to cut out the sides, okay, the side of the bustier. Remember, it's a princess that bustier. So I'm going to cut it out like so, all round. So remember, I said earlier that we're going to add allowance during cutting. Because of space, I couldn't add allowance due to the cardboard sheet. So but on the fabric itself, I'm going to add 3 extra inches, okay, for stitching. That will be serve as a stitching allowance on the fabric. So I went ahead and added extra 3 inches like so, after which what I will do next is to cut all through. So I've succeeded in cutting one side, and I've added extra inches for stitching. That's the seam allowance. So I'll go ahead and trim all the rough parts, okay, just exactly the way it is on the pattern paper, okay. So I also trim the other side as well. Okay, so here we have the side trimmed out. So what next I will do is to work on this to notch the under bust and the bust point, okay, of the bustier. So I'll fold it like so and give it a tiny notch also on the under bust. Like I earlier explained before, it helps to, or it guides during stitching the sides and the center folds. So right now we have the center fold and the side of our bustier. So this shows that it is properly measured out, okay, during the pattern cutting. So here we have the sides. So I'm going to keep them one side and now work on the back panel. Remember, it was the front panel we cut out the princess bustier. So for the back, I'll place the pattern paper like so. I'll also give it allowance, okay, for seam allowance. This actually is to demonstrate how to join a princess dart to our net actually. So I went ahead and placed it like so. I'm going to give this some allowance. Okay, some allowances that will serve for stitching. So I went ahead and cut it out like so, all round the pattern paper. So right now I'm done with the back panel cutting. I've cut out the back panel like so. So I've also trimmed out the rough parts. So up next is to notch the dart area. Okay, remember at the pattern paper I've mapped out the bust to bust measurements already. So I'm going to place it like so and also create the same pattern on the fabric. So I've gone ahead and done that. Both the front and the back panel have been cut out already. So we have two sides on the back panel. So right now we are going to join the two sides of the back panel together. Okay, so I have here with me the Ankara fabric, and I've gone ahead to put paper stay on it. I iron paper stay all around a princess pattern. So here is the lining for the front bodies, and here we have the back. It has lining and ironed paper stay on it. So what I will do now is I'll have a princess that line so. How to sew it? Just place it this way. First of all, stitch on. We notched the bust point and the other bust. It's always safer to start joining from the half length. So I'll join it like so. First of all, pin it. Okay, you stitch it. As you are stitching it, you are adjusting. Okay, see, do you know why we added 1 inch during drafting? Italics, 1 inch at the sides, center sides, italics with that of the center front. So I will stitch it like so, and the other side as well. After joining this side, also join the other side, starting from the under half length, or you can call that, yes, the waist. So you start joining like so all the way to the upper end. So I'll do this and also do the same on the lining. We have our interfacing on the lining. So I also join it this way and this one at this side. So for the back, I'll just close in the side and flip it. Here we are going to attach our net. Okay, net is going to be on the upper, our yoke, that's our net, is going to be placed right here, and here is our armhole. So I'm going to close only this side and flip it to the right. I'll also do the same on the other side. Here is our armhole. Here is, we're going to attach the yoke, okay, which is the net. So I'll just close it inside and turn it. So I'll do this and show us. Using So right now for the yoke, okay, so remember I said earlier we're going to attach our yoke on the fabric. So what I will do now is to close the yoke, which is the net, is being cut out into two. I went ahead and folded the neckline area and the sides, okay? Just both the neckline area and the side. Then now flip it to the right side. After which I went ahead to close this exact point you see me stitching. That is the exact area we're going to attach right there on our Ankara fabric. That's the lower part of the neck. You see me stitching all through. So now for the back bodice, that's the back area. So I'm going to fix the net, okay? Remember we have net as our yoke from both the front and the back bodice. Here is our armhole, here is the zip area. So I've gone ahead and closed in the net. I doubled it up and I stitched at the armhole, also at the neckline area. So I'm going to put it this way, taking note of the zip area, okay? Before fixing in the net, make sure you know where the armhole is and also where you can attach. You can use pin to hold it down, okay? So I'll go ahead and stitch. So here we have, here is our back bodice. So what I'm going to do now is to attach the lining on it. I just have to turn it this way to the wrong side, okay? I'll turn it to the wrong side. I'm not fixing the lining. Remember our lining I've also fixed in both the front and the back. So the armhole area this way, while this thing is this way. Just turn it this way if you want to fix in the lining, okay? Making sure that the net will not obstruct the seam line area, just like so. And also the right side of the lining facing the right side of the fabric, and also the armhole, okay? All these things is what you take note of. I'll just adjust it this way. I'll use pin to hold it down. So here we are going to put our dart at this point. So what I will do now is to extend it like so. So I'll come down 1 inch below the chest line. 1 inch below the chest line. Here is where I'll notch this. Below the chest line. So I'm going to create our dart. This is our chest line. So I came down 1 inch. Remember, it's the back bodice. It's not the front. Front we created our princess dart already. So on the lining, 1 inch below the chest line. Our chest line is 8 inches, so I came down 1 inch below it. So the both sides at the dart line, I'm going to come in 1/2 inch on both sides. At the lower hem, I'll create it like so, 1/2 inch on both sides, and also on the main fabric, 1/2 inch like so on both sides, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. So what next I will do now is to connect it like so. And also this way. I'm going to close it up. I'm going to stitch on it following the lines that I've marked out already. At the lower hem, you double stitch it, okay? So I also do the same on the main fabric. So that's that for our dart and that of them. So I'm done with the back bodies. Like we have put in the darts. Okay. So what I will do now, I'll work on the front bodies. So here is our front panel, and I've gone ahead and close in our yoke. Here we have our yoke. So I'll fix it like so. Before fixing in the yoke to your front panel, just have to notch it. First of all, notch it very tight, okay? Like so. Give it a notch, tiny notch, and also a notch at this point. So I'll go ahead and fix in. Use pin to hold it down. Fasten it down with pin. Then I will start stitching. I will stitch using 1/2 inch. So I also do the same on the other side. So I've gone ahead and closed in the darts, okay, on the back panel. So what next I will do is to notch at the back panel, notch at the neckline area, okay, and close the sides just the way you see me doing it. I'll notch the neckline area and close the side. So what next I will do here is our yoke has been fixed to the lower body. So what next I will do is to iron it out. Just give it a press like so to smoothen it out, okay? To smoothen it out. Then after that, I will flip it like so and trim off the rough edges. I'll trim off all the rough parts. Here is our yoke. So here is the center point. So after closing the neckline area, I'm going to top stitch right there on the lining, okay? Just on the lining side, not on the fabric. Then after doing that, I'll flip it like so on the wrong side, right side facing each other, okay? Then also place in the dart. After placing the dart, then close the sides. So that's it. So what I will do now, I will iron it out, then now fix in the lining. So I'm going to do this and show us the final look of our upper body's princess dart and also the back panel. So if this tutorial has been so helpful to you guys, just hit on that subscribe button, okay? Give this video a thumbs up, like, share the video to your friends and well wishers, okay? Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you. Till we meet in my next tutorial. Bye bye.